Good morning and welcome to today's moment of reflection and motivation of today. So continuing with our topic from this week that is dedicated to the mothers. Yesterday we were talking about the beliefs that operate inside of us that make us act in a certain way with respect to our kids. And this goes to not only for mothers but also for those fathers that are raising kids today. Another day we should talk about the roles and the responsibilities of parenting, which whether we want it or not, it is left, a big chunk of it is left for the women, when we know very well that parenting is something that corresponds to all sexes, to all genders, sorry. But not to go with the tangent topic here, that is a topic that corresponds for the future. I want to talk about something very important that regarding parenting, and it is language. The language that we use to talk to our kids. One of the products of stress is that, among other things, is that we tend to explode, we lose our patience, we punish severely, we beat, we use passive aggressiveness, and we use other things that model to our kids ways that they can use to deal with their own stress. So if we model our kids our impatience, we are teaching them to be impatient. If we promise things and then we don't fulfill that promise, we teach them to not stick to their promises, to not deliver their promises. If we punish them and then we forget about that punishment that we gave, or the correction that we gave, then we are teaching them that there are no consequences for their actions. If we explode, we shout, we scream, we insult our kids, what we are doing is that we are damaging their self-esteem. And today, that is nowadays, people with low self-esteem is abundant, and we are not exempt from that. I think that we can all fit into that packet of having low self-esteem or having issues with self-esteem. So to talk more concretely and to give an example with respect to the language that we use to talk to our kids. Let's say, for example, that you gave some instructions and you wanted your kid to do something, and your kid didn't do it. We shouldn't respond with, "You are lazy, you're a bad son, you don't consider me, I can't trust you," and even less, we shouldn't respond with a bad temper. Why? Because when we use an insult, we are minimizing our kids. When we use an insult, we are teaching our kids that other people can insult them, that it is okay to insult other people. We are also hurting our love relationship with our kids, and we are damaging their self-esteem because we're constantly telling them that they are not what we want them to be. that they are not. And in that way, we're always and constantly saying to them that they are not enough. So a way of correcting, or a way of confronting this situation without exploding, is looking at the reasons why your kid didn't do what you asked them to do, what you ask him or her to do, and ask him or her to do it at the moment because it's necessary and because it is their responsibility. When we look to listen calmly to their point of view, and not assume that they have to blindly follow through with our will because we are the parents. What we're fomenting in our kids is the ability to manage themselves, the ability to think on their own, and also the skill to affront the consequences of their own actions. And they also discover that they have a voice and that it is fair that they be listened to. Listening to them doesn't mean that they have the ultimate authority and that they have everything that they want. What it means is that mom and dad, whatever they think, whatever they feel, is whatever their preoccupations are or their worries are taken seriously. Listening to them means that I, as an adult, I am capable of understanding that I have the capacity to understand the capability, of understand their fears, their lack of skills, their forgetfulness, and other stuff that our kids are dealing with. But also that in the middle of all those things, we are with them, and that open dialogue spaces of dialogue and conversation with our kids, we learn to know them and to understand them. A lot of times, as parents, as mom or as a dad, we think that we know our kids and that we know them completely, that we know them from the hair to the toe, right? And that we even know them better than they know themselves. And if you are that kind of mom or that kind of dad, I want to invite you to rethink that position and to really dedicate yourself to know and love your kids, to open spaces for dialogue, even in the moments of tension. Because even in those moments, to open up spaces of knowledge, of love, and of respect. So continuing with the example that I was giving earlier about this kid that didn't do what it was supposed to do, right? And we can suppose that it was clean the dishes or take out the trash. You sit down with them and you ask them why they didn't do it. And your kids are going to tell you why. Maybe it was because they forgot about it, or maybe they weren't feeling well, or maybe they didn't want to do it. And all of that is valid. So instead of assuming a defensive posture or an authoritative posture, sit down and dialogue in a healthy manner with your kids and redirect them to fulfill their tasks and the responsibility, because it is a part of living in family. So my questions for you today are, how do you reprimand your kids? How do you react when they disappoint you? What do you want to teach them? How are you doing that? Does your actions as a mother or father what are they modeling to your kids? And in what manner in which way are you going, are you pairing your actions with what you want to put in them, right? And how can you achieve the coherence between your actions and your thoughts regarding them? So this is all for today. Tomorrow I would like to continue talking about this important topic, and I want to remind you that you can send me your petitions, you can send me your topics, you can send me your themes about the things that you are interested or that you would like me to talk about, and I would gladly do it. If you have liked this video, please comment on it and share it with other people, and share with me your questions, your comments, your answers to these questions, to the questions that I've proposed for you today. Subscribe to my channel in YouTube and in my podcast in iTunes or Android. Follow me on Facebook and on Twitter or on Instagram. If you want me to be your coach, I'll be happy to coach you. Please contact me. Give yourself the opportunity to go deep, to discover, to find clarity, to take action, and to thrive. I want also to remind you that this Friday in You've Been Coached, Jack Bedekalian and I, we will continue with the topic of vices, creating awareness to break habits. This Friday, we are going to be targeting the subtopic, limiting beliefs. I can't wait to see you all there, to have you join us as well. And I also expect you to listen to the rest of the week that is dedicated to the moms, and I'll wait for you, and You've Been Coached. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. And remember that you're worthy, do, evolve, and live being. Have a wonderful day. I'm sending you a big hug, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Are you looking to have a more balanced and fulfilling life? Want to feel less afraid? Want to feel more courageous? No matter what kind of issues you are facing in your life, with Axios Life Coaching services, we can help open personal doors for you. Axios Life Coaching will be happy to coach you in any of the following areas: life, career, grief and end of life, spirituality, relationship, divorce and custody, business, family and parenting, creativity, weight loss, self-esteem, women's empowering, student and learning, and sexuality. We offer compassionate and understanding life coaching services that can help you obtain the key to success within your own life. At Axios Life Coaching, our goal is to help you develop tools to feel happier, healthier, and deepen the level of satisfaction within your personal and professional life. Get the most out of your life with Axios Life Coaching. You are worthy. Do, evolve, live being. Schedule a session today at www.axioslifecoaching.com, or feel free to give us a call or email